Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to try a KathleenLights makeup tutorial. I'm not going to have all the products that she has going to work with what I have and see how it goes. So if you want to see me do that, then just keep on watching. So the video that I'm choosing is actually a pretty old video. I'm doing this hot pink sunset tutorial. I'm just going to skip forward to the part where she starts doing the tutorial. She starts out the video with her eyebrows already done and her eyelids already primed and set. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so my eyes are already primed and ready to go. I'm gonna take the Colourpop Single Shadow in Running Late. And this is kind of like an orangey creamsicle shade. I don't have that shadow, but I do have the Alamar palette. And I feel like this shade right here is kind of like an orangey creamsicle, this Cocoa Taxi. So I'm gonna use it. That shade looks really light in the video. So I'm just gonna do it really lightly in my crease. So far, I think we match. Now I'm taking the Urban Decay Electric palette and I'm gonna take the shade Savage. And I know that this palette is no longer available, but just a hot pink will work. So as she said, that palette is no longer available and I don't have that palette anyway. But what I do have is this Karity Professional Smokey eyeshadow palette. And I don't hear about this palette like ever, but it's a really good palette. I'm gonna use this shade Scandal right here. These shadows are really buildable and I think they're really pigmented. This is a matte and I find that bright colored mattes, they seem to be really hard to make for some reason. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump into this Take Me Back to Brazil eyeshadow palette. It's from Beige Cosmetics. And I'm gonna take this hot vibrant orange. It's not the most, like, it's not super pigmented. It's good, but it's not like the best orange in the world, so I did have to work with it a little bit. I'm going back and forth with this shadow, and I'm kind of sandwiching this right into my crease because I want the color to go from pink to orange to yellow and kind of like have it fade really gracefully. Not bad. At least I try. So I'm working this color into my crease and really blending those two colors together, and then I'm slowly gonna start dragging it up so it fades nicely. Not too bad. Okay, let's see what she does next. I'm going back into that hot pink just to intensify that lid shade because you know a lot of the shadow just gets blended away when you're doing so much crease blending. So I'm just gonna intensify that a couple times throughout this video. Now I'm gonna take a vibrant yellow. This is Butter Cupcake from Sugar Pill. It's one of their single shadows. I love it. And on a smaller crease brush, I'm gonna apply this directly on top of the orange, but a little bit higher so that it looks like a nice gradient, like from the pink to the orange to the yellow, like a beautiful pink sunset. And I am just meshing all those colors together. And this one I'm dragging it up pretty high. I'm just leaving a little space underneath my brow bone because I want it to be like all over the lid, all the way up to the top. So this part does take me a little bit longer, but just keep blending until you can't blend anymore. Okay. I think things are coming along nicely. I feel like the orange got a little lost, but honestly, I think it looks good so far. Okay, so to highlight underneath my brow bone, I'm gonna take this Milani Single Shadow in Bella Ivory. And I'm just using this, like I said, to highlight the brow bone. I'm gonna take the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon in the shade Blacker. I don't have a Marc Jacobs pencil, but I have this Milani waterproof pencil. And I'm using this to tightline, and then I am not the best at that, so it might not be perfect, but it's there. Oh my gosh, this was a struggle, guys. You have no idea. This is the M
Girl, I feel you with that struggle.
Illustrative eyeliner. So I'm just gonna take my NYX matte liquid liner and try to do the same thing, and I know it will be a struggle too. And I love this, but my hand was so shaky from the coffee I drank that my wing liner, it was already messed up. Not working.
What the hell?
I attempted my best, but please forgive me. It does not look very cute. It was a struggle. Surprisingly, we have this at all, so. Anyway, I primed my skin with my Becca primer that I love, and then Okay, I don't have that Becca primer. I actually tried it and I didn't personally like it, so I took it back. But I have this Too Faced Hangover RX, and it's a moisturizing primer just like the Becca one. So that's what I'm gonna use. Mixed these two foundations together, the Wet n Wild one and my number 7 Lift and Luminate one. I love the combo of these two together because one is more matte and one is more dewy, so it creates like a nice satin finish.
I have this concealer, but she said she went in with a more matte one to mix it together, so I'm gonna use the Peach Perfect foundation.
And for concealer, I'm going in with my NARS What is a Saft? Soft Matte Complete Concealer.
I don't have any concealer like that, really. So I'm just gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape because I know she loves that too, and it's full coverage.
Oh gosh. And I am concealing my dark circles with this product. It's very full coverage, and little goes a long way, and I love this concealer very much. But I'm also highlighting the rest of my face with it, in between my brows, on my nose, on my chin, just so everything looks nice and even. Okay, so to set my under eye concealer, I'm taking my RMS Beauty Uncover.
I don't have that, I have this. It's the only loose powder I have, which is the Tarte Smooth Operator loose powder.
Or Unpowder. Unpowder powder. And I'm just setting down the concealer, and now we can move on and finish up the eyes. So I took the Marc Jacobs eyeliner again, and I applied that to my waterline. And then I'm gonna take all 3 shades that I used on me eyes. I'm a pirate now, oh my gosh. I'm gonna take the 3 shades I used on my eyes, and I'm applying them to my lower lash line, but like in the opposite order. So I did yellow first, and I dragged the yellow down a little bit more. Then I did orange, and I did it a little bit more precisely. And then on a small little pencil brush, I took the pink shade, and I made that one even more precise, like closer to the waterline. So you kind of see a gradient from pink to yellow, kind of, a little bit, but it's a little deeper, a little smokier.
I don't think that looks bad.
And yeah, I kind of intensified my waterline because I did cover it with a lot of those eyeshadows, but I forgot to film that part. And then to highlight my inner corners, I used the Kat Von D Thunderstruck eyeshadow.
I'm just gonna go in with the same thing we highlighted our brow bone with. Is that, because I have no idea. I have no idea what that Kat Von D thing is.
And then I went in with mascara, and I was actually gonna leave it like this.
Better than 6 mascara?
You know what? I'm gonna apply just a little bit of something. So I took my Kiss
I don't have those, and I'm not putting them.
Well, they're not singles. They're kind of like,
I'm just gonna skip that part today.
They have like 3 little knots in them. And I just applied a couple of those to my eyes just to give myself a little bit of oomph, because I didn't want falsies, but I didn't want just mascara. And now comes the terrible part. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I scratched my face. You can see like on my left side of my face, I have like a scratch or something. I don't know how I did that. But this bronzer just like didn't work for me. This is the number 7 bronzer in Caramel.
I'm just gonna use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer.
So I went in with this Guerlain Terracotta bronzer. It's one of their newer bronzers, just to deepen up the bronze a little more, because I was blending that number 7 one for like 20 minutes and it wasn't intensifying the color much. It was like a little bit too light for me. And then it gets even worse. Okay, so this is my Kiko blush.
So I don't have that blush, but I do have, it kind of looks like it's like a more natural looking blush. So I'm gonna use the Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon blush. We all know Kathleen loves that blush anyway, so I think she would approve.
I actually love this blush. It's in the shade 100, and I don't know if I like stamped my face wrong. Like, look at this. You see that right next to my mouth? There's like a giant Kiko blush stamp, like where it's not supposed to be. So I did my best to clean it up. Here I am struggling to clean my face because the bronzer looked choppy, the blush looked chopped. It was a hot mess, but I didn't want to redo the video, so I'm just baking and trying to fix the situation. And then I went in with this Tiki highlight by Hard Candy, and I'm
gonna go into this Tartiest Pro Glow To Go and use the Burst shade.
And it's like not highlighting. I don't know. Mine is very dull, and I remember this being like a super intense, not intense, but like a really beautiful highlight. Mine was just like not working for me. Anyway, I thought my face was looking a little bit powdery, so I took the Morphe setting spray.
I'm just gonna use my Milani, make it last. I don't have the Morphe, but it does that same thing of just like blending everything together.
With the Charlotte Tilbury highlight in the Film Star Bronze and Glow. And then to finish up this look, I'm going in with the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Sand.
Don't have that Dose of Colors color, but I do have this Tartiest lip paint.
I know concealer lips, but I think it's pretty cool. And then I went over it with the NYX Mega Shine lip gloss in the shade Frosted Beige.
I didn't have that lip gloss either, but I'm just gonna use the KathleenLights Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in Moonchild.
But that completes this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Okay, well, I definitely have that concealer lip look that she had. That is it. How do you guys think the look came out? Tell me. What do you think? I'll put her picture right here, mine right here. Do you think, you know, we look like twins? Obviously, we already looked so much alike. I thought this was fun. I really like this look. I think the Sunset Eyes is gorgeous. I personally probably wouldn't pair this lip with it just because I don't like the washed out look on me. That is it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Stay put waterproof.